The Roar Report, a BHMSD podcast.
Welcome to episode 3 of the BHMSD Roar Report. With me today, I have Mrs. White and Mrs. Harter from the middle school, and they're here to talk to us a little bit about College Go Week. And this is a big event that happens at the middle school. It'll be next month. So first off, welcome, obviously, but what's College Go Week?
At the middle school, it's a week-long series of activities that we promote college and just life after high school, whether that be a technical school, 4-year college, a 2-year college, military, just graduating high school. We try and promote and expose kids to all those different variables.
And is it for all grade levels, or is this just an 8th grade activity?
5 through 8.
Wow,
Yep.
Great. That's probably a lot to coordinate and to make sure we're ready to go for that. So as far as the kind of the main components of what does that look like for either a 5th grade or 8th grade kid in terms of what they're actually doing during those times?
We start out with kind of like a theme for each day. So we coordinate a series of announcements and videos that we are sending out to the kids and to the teachers, that the teachers are kind of facilitating those events during usually flex or homeroom time. And then we have dress up days each day that the students dress up, and that kind of, is fun for the students to kind of get into that. And then depending on our theme for each day, we have kind of different activities that go on.
Great. Is there anything that kids do ahead of time to prepare? Like, is this something they really look forward to, or is it just, hey, okay, it's next week, we got to figure out our costume or what our outfits are going to be?
I think the biggest thing they look forward to is our mascot. We hide a mascot at the beginning of the day. The first year we did this, we did it prior to school starting, and everybody found the mascots by 7:25, even before the bell rang. So that's something we do during first period. We hide it, and then kids are using hall passes to get out because they find the mascot of the college that we chose that day. And then there's prizes, whether that be t-shirts or lanyards or different gift cards, things like that, for the kids just about the colleges.
Is there any outside individuals that come in to present or work with the kids during this week too?
Yeah, on Wednesday, our theme is vocational schools. So we invite our CTE teachers to come over, and so they set up tables during our students' lunches to talk to them about the different courses that they can take in high school, to kind of look into some of those vocational careers. So
our CTE program is our career technical education. So we have quite a few at the high school, so it's great that we can pull those teachers down to expose kids at the middle school on what they could potentially take part in as a high school student. That's great.
And I think a lot of our kids get excited because a lot of times when they think about after high school, they just think about college. And there's so much more that they can be exposed to and they can see. And our high school teachers do a great job of coming over and just talking about their programs and giving light to different career fields. So it's really awesome.
Great.
On Thursday, our theme is military, and so we also have, we had the first year was last year, we had some individuals from different branches of the military that came in and during lunches, and they had like some push-up contests and things like that students could win prizes, and just talk to them about some opportunities after high school as well.
Those are 2 great days to just expose kids to what opportunities are out there beyond just traditional college. I can only imagine our teachers probably get into it a little bit, knowing they have different colleges that they attended and what best represented in the school. Is there a rivalry that happens within the school at all?
We do have a door decorating contest. So we typically let teachers pick what college they would like to represent. So there is friendly competition in that. There's been a few teachers who are not allowed to vote on any of them because they only choose a certain college that they are familiar with or is their alma mater. So it's a lot of fun. The kids get super involved, the teachers get involved, and it's a neat experience.
Great. And this will be in December coming up, correct?
Yes.
So I'm sure there's a lot of work that has to happen. Are you two the front of that effort, or is this a team more than the 2 of you, or is it really on your shoulders to make sure this goes well?
Well, I think we coordinate a lot of it, but between our secretaries and teachers, we also have a college and careers class this year with Jacob Summers, Mr. Summers. So he will also help with different things. So it is definitely a joint building big thing that we undertake. And even the district, from the high school teachers coming over, Mr. Baxter does a video for us just about graduation, what that looks like, and what high school credits and things like that to explain that to our middle school kids.
Great. Anything else College Go Week related that you'd like to share that kind of to tease everyone about what's coming up next month?
We also have a virtual counseling office that's our students access through Canvas. And that is a place, so we've created like all 3 parts. So one part is the military, where they can go and explore the branches of the military and kind of look into that a little more. We have a virtual career fair where they can take an interest inventory and then look into the different like careers that they could go into. And then we also have a college page that has lots of college tours linked that they can tour the campuses, talks about degree choices and things like that.
And is that something parents can get information on, working with their student on their Chromebook to kind of tie the parent side into as well?
Yes, we hope to send that out prior to College Go Week through Parent Square.
Great.
So they can access that.
We also, that's online, they have the 21st Century Scholarship, which is only available to 7th and 8th grade students. It's free college tuition, and the only time you can apply for that is your 7th and 8th grade year. So we push that really big for our 7th and 8th graders during that week, because that's the only time that you can apply for that scholarship, and you can use it in college and have your college paid for.
Yeah. It's a great program. I know we have graduating seniors every year that use that program to further their education after high school. Well, thank you so much for joining me for our rural report on this segment, and good luck with the College Go Week coming up next month. I know your team will be working hard and anxious to see what the outcomes will be from that week. So thanks so much for being here. Next up, we'll be taking a field trip down to Bluffton-Harrison Elementary School to visit with Mr. Amstutz in our Innovation and Design Studio, where we'll be visiting with elementary students as they explore STEM activities in this studio.
And it's going to be mixed up.
Okay. So you got 2 different colors. So a third color.
And the middle one is going to be green.
Ooh, that's a bright green. So what's going to happen next once we have those in the grid?
We press the check mark and then we press this.
Okay,
Then
where's your sphere of it?
right there. So it will turn a color. And then see? It turned a color.
Nice. Our next guest in the Rural Report is Kassandra Osborn, our transportation coordinator for the district. So welcome. Thanks for being with me today. So transportation covers a lot of areas. How many buses do we have operating in the district kind of on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, we have 15 in the district and 2 outside of the district.
Okay.
So we service vocational students, whether it's welding or things like that that are outside of our district, auto mechanics, things like that.
Sure.
But in district, we have 15 bus routes.
So every day the drivers report here to their buses and then run those routes. But during the day we have specific buses that travel outside of our district to take students through their program?
Yes.
Okay. So how do we go about deciding kind of what the route looks like or where bus stops are?
We really go by the demographics of the students. Where are they living? How far are they from a bus stop? And then we populate those bus stops based on the geography of where the student's house is, the geography of the area. What, is there a railroad crossing in the way? Is there no sidewalks? Is there no street lamps? And things like that. And it's a lot of puzzle pieces to put together, but at least that way we know the students have the safest bus stop we can possibly provide.
Yeah, it sounds like that's the main theme throughout is make sure kids are safe at the bus stop, on the bus, traveling to and from school.
Yes.
So when do routes start to get built? When we're developing those for the school year?
We start actually really in April or May. We start planning for the next school year. We look at where routes have grown through the current year we're in, and what do we need to make adjustments for the next year? And then through the whole summer we'll do that, and then right around registration time it gets really crazy, but everything tends to come together. It takes a lot of brains to put this together, and fortunately, we have a great team that really helps do that.
Great. And then, so when we're building those routes and the school year gets underway, if a parent has questions or has concerns on their route, or how best do they communicate with the transportation department?
Their best bet is to either call me or email me. They can go through the school to do that or through our central office, and I will do whatever I can to help them understand what they need to do or what we need to do better. You know, we want to build a teamwork with our parents, and so that's just the best way we can do it, is keep those communication pathways open.
Right. Great. So that's the student side of things. We also have, obviously, drivers. And you're responsible for the training of new drivers and keeping them up to date on professional development as well. So speak a little bit about that process and how we keep our drivers up to date on training and safety and transportation
Sure.
of the kids.
We have an annual safety meeting every year that's mandated by the state, and we usually have one of the great people from the Department of Education down in Indianapolis come up that works school transportation. That is their brainchild. And they come up and they work with our drivers, and whether it's on new school bus laws, whether it's on new traffic safety laws, whether it's on student management protocols, anything that our drivers request they want, or our parents request, hey, maybe our drivers need this, or, you know, we're always open to suggestions. So we do all that kind of training that we have to do once a year. We do offer like CPR and first aid training for any of our drivers that wish to use it. We offer any kind of training as far as if they want to go from one style of bus to another style of bus. We provide all of that.
And what do you mean by style of bus?
Well, we have our small special purpose buses that'll hold 14 students plus the driver. That requires a certain type of certification versus a big yellow bus, which we have 84 passenger and 72 passenger buses. That requires a different certification than what the little white buses do. And then we are always constantly looking at, when we purchase new buses, what do we need? What's our future like? Do we need to buy more 84 passenger? Do we need to buy 72? And how do they work on our city streets? And all of that plays into a factor of that.
And when you're working with drivers to train them, how quick of a process from someone coming in to being able to drive one of our large yellow buses?
It really depends on them, because we tailor the training program to that particular person.
Okay.
If it's somebody that's I want this, I want to do this, and I'm studying and I'm doing this, we can have them done within 6 weeks or less. But if it's, and usually it is less, but if it's somebody that maybe they have another job somewhere else and they just want to do this on the side, or they're getting ready to retire and they want to do this on the side, you know, we could take as long or as little as time as you need, because we specifically train each person differently. No two are the same.
Okay. Anything else transportation-wise that would be great to share with our viewers today?
Just if you have any questions or concerns or compliments or anything for transportation, please let us know. We are always looking for feedback. We're always looking for new ideas and new suggestions, and we'll take anything we can get.
Great. Well, I appreciate your time this morning. I know we've just got done with route, and you came in to help out this morning, so I very much appreciate it. All our drivers do an amazing job getting our kids to and from school very safely, so thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here with Mr. Brooks, a middle school teacher, and also our esports coach for the district. So welcome, Mr. Brooks. Thanks for being with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about what esports is.
Esports is competitive competition with schools across the state of Indiana. There are multiple games. We belong to an organization called the Indiana High School Esports Network.
Okay.
And they run a variety of games. And so we are competing with schools all across Indiana, different time zones, all the way down to Terre Haute,
Wow.
all the way up by Notre Dame. We had our championship last year at Notre Dame itself, which was kind of cool. And so we are in Division A. They go all the way up to Division 4A.
Okay. And is that size of schools?
The size of schools. So we have to report our official school numbers
Okay.
to be included in whatever division that we belong into.
And the program, when you say you're competing with these other schools, is that all done at Bluffton High School, or are you traveling to other places for those competitions?
Most of our competition is done right in our cyber den, which is in the high school. We set up the matches virtually with the other schools. I have to have a separate rig set up to be in communication with the coach directly,
Okay.
because we do have some internet glitches at times. Coaches cause for pauses. And so, yeah, we do that. And then the postseason championship is usually played at a different arena. Last year it was up at Bendex Arena. And this year they're looking to centralize it more near Indianapolis.
So how many students are participating in your esports teams at the high school right now?
We are running 4 different games at the high school. We're doing Tetris, Super Smash Brothers, Valorant, and Fortnite. And we have about 45 participants at this point.
And are you the only coach for that group?
I
of
am not.
45 kids?
I have 2 major coaches with me, my assistant coaches, Coach Morgan and Coach Smith. I don't think I could do it much without them. They are the tech behind everything and make everything work really well.
Great. And so they've been competing. This is the second year they're competing now.
This is our second season.
And any other activities that they do outside of esports in terms of practices and competitions, or any other events that are coming up for them?
Yeah, we're doing several items. The first one would be we're doing our we just did our Super Smash Brothers tournament.
That's right.
We had tremendous turnout for that. We had over 45 participants. It was a double elimination bracket. The community pulled together. We had concessions. The Army National Guard was there.
Wow.
It was an incredible event. It was a neat fundraising for the community. We had a silent auction. We had different Lightspeed solutions we're sponsoring.
Okay.
So it was a really cool event. We take our separate gaming teams, and we also help in the concessions program with other sporting events as well.
And the proceeds for that go back into the program?
Correct. Back in the program for better streaming gear, if a keyboard takes a dive on us, or any equipment that we need to work on, then that's where that money goes back into.
Yeah, it was a great event to have hosted here at the high school. I know that it was a lot of coordinated effort to get other parties involved to be a fundraising event for the esports team, but also kind of an awareness for our community and what your team and the activities they do.
It was really tremendous, the turnout that we had, not only just from the high school, but from the middle school and the elementary schools, and the parent involvement in that as well, and the reach out that we had to the community was really pretty cool.
Great. Well, it's been a great start, obviously, last year with winning the championship for the state. Hopefully we can do our best to repeat in those areas. A lot of pressure on your team, but anything else you want to share about the esports program or esports in general?
I just think that esports is a really good way to reach people that aren't athletic or don't have that type of schedule that they want to keep. And so esports is just there. The strategy involved, the amount of practices that we do, the teaming that we do, the exercises, it's actually a sport. And I didn't think that at first when we first started, but then once we started running practices and schedules, it is as rigorous as any high school sport could be.
Yeah, I've popped in to see some practices before, and the amount of collaboration that the students have to have, and teamwork and planning to have a successful match is truly incredible. More than just sitting down, grabbing a controller or a keyboard and playing.
It's very obvious when we go up against another team, and what they do is just play individually. It's the difference is pretty staggering. So the collaboration is great.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to seeing more about the esports program, and best of luck throughout the rest of the season.
We appreciate it. We're going to need it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining us for episode 3 of the Roar Report. We had a lot of different guests here this month, and I have just a couple items of big announcements and updates for you for the month of November. First off, we just finished Red Ribbon Week at the elementary school, where our students learned about the importance of being drug and alcohol safe. Upcoming, we'll have our Veterans Program. Thank you very much to our schools for arranging those programs at each of our buildings. We have a great turnout from our veterans here locally, and really want to say thank you to our local veterans as well as veterans throughout our nation. Another informational update is on November 23rd will be a No Student Day. Our faculty will actually be conducting professional development on that day, so prior to Thanksgiving, there'll be no student activities on November 23rd. And then lastly, I hope you all have a safe and healthy Thanksgiving, and we look forward to seeing you back after Thanksgiving to close out the rest of November.